To South Africa now, where racial tensions have been running high in recent months. Riots and lootings against foreign nationals have been ramping up across the country. At least 10 people have been killed in the violence over the last week. Yesterday, an angry mob of protesters disrupted a speech by a veteran politician. Mangosuthu Buthelezi called for calm in an address aimed at quelling tensions. But it failed to convince much of the crowd who walked out. The protesters chanted, "Foreigners must go back to where they came from." To dig deeper into the matter, Stephen Gordon joins us from the Human Science Research Council in South Africa. Stephen, thanks for your time. Now, what is the root cause of xenophobia in South Africa?
Anti-immigrant sentiment in South Africa is a very complicated issue. It is not an issue that has arisen recently, but has been part of the fabric of South African society since the formation of the modern African state in 1994. It seems linked to a series of myths that are deep-rooted in many local communities regarding the negative impact of international migration on South African society. International migrants are accused of stealing jobs, of committing crime, of practicing prostitution, and of engaging in the illegal narcotics trade. These myths are without foundation. However, international migrants seem to be a ready scapegoat for many of the problems that plague South African society.
But well, you finished it there, not to cut you, but it's the situation across other countries on the continent. But for South Africa, it almost seems like second nature to resort to violence to handle the matter. Why is that?
I think we have to look very carefully at public attitudes towards violence in South Africa. At the Human Science Research Council, we've been looking at public attitudes towards vigilantism, people's willingness to take the law into their own hands. And we find significant public support for the idea that private citizens should take it into their own hands to punish people they perceive as wrongdoers. If you have a strong prejudice and believe that you as a private individual have the right to engage in public violence, this is a recipe for disaster.